Hi guys, it's Monday, so start of the week. Been in the office today, been cracking on with first job of the day today. Was just starting to get some admin done after school clubs that are ending and starting up for the new term. Staff up until the Christmas period. Just making sure they're all sorted, etc, etc. Just now on the way to an after school club. And then this evening we'll be going to Slough for the Slough Development Centre session. So looking forward to that. This week our topic is an attacking topic, and we're working on finishing. So an important topic. Obviously, to win a game you've got to score goals, and I think shooting especially is a practice or a skill which can be practiced to make better. I think the repetition of striking the ball, getting the correct technique, but there's so many different ways to finish: across goal, near post, to lob the keeper, to pass it in the back of the net, to hit it with power, short range, long range, first time, volleys, headers. There's so many different ways to finish off, and it's all about practice of the timing and the execution of the strike. It's all well and good we can tell a player they need to go across goal, aim for the corners, but every situation is different, and it's about repeating the skills so that when you come in a position when you're under pressure in a game, you've got the skill set to finish, because it's so different to finishing in trainings and finishing in the game. And the only way to ensure that the more often than not you finish off well is by continuing to practice the skill, so it becomes muscle memory, and you feel relaxed and you feel calm when you come to strike the ball. Important when we're doing drills on shooting. I think it's outdated now. We don't want players standing in our session. We don't want players standing in straight lines. We want the coaches. I think they need to find a way to try and work on the finishing aspect within a game or within a session where the players aren't having to stand still, because it's cold, it's wet, we want as much ball time as possible. So I'm really looking forward to my sessions this week on that. Yeah, so just arriving at a school now. I'm going to do an after school session, and then I'll catch up with you guys on my way to the next session in Slough. Hi guys, so just on the way now to Slough for the session this evening. Just had some really good positive news, that one of our under-9s, he was supposed to be training with us at the Slough Centre this evening, but he's been called up on my recommendation for an introduction and a first training session at Barnet, which is obviously brilliant news for him. It's gone a bit dark because I'm just getting on the road. But yeah, that's really good news for him. He's worked hard, he's been with us, he's been in at clubs before, he's been in with us for fixtures before, but I think he has come on a lot since he started training for us, probably about 6 months ago probably. And he's really come on leaps and bounds. I think it is time for him to try and make that step into grassroots football. So as always, we try and fit the players in with what we think would be best for them, whether that is what different club, when they're ready to go and when they're not. So hopefully I think he should do well. Looking forward to getting some feedback this evening about how he settled in, and yeah, go from there. So yeah, some good positive news to start the week. An under-9 player starting on his trial period, and also we should have the under-8 starting as well. But yeah, so really good news about a player starting on trial today. So that's definitely the big news story of today. Just looking forward to the session now. Just thinking in my head my last little thoughts about what we're going to deliver. We'll put a couple of clips up on here and catch up with you guys after the session. arrived home. Really good session this evening in Slough. Boys worked really hard. Really enjoyed the finishing work that we were doing. Obviously, all kids love to score goals, so I think it's always a session the players look forward to when they get to practice that, so really good. Obviously, the big news of the day today was that we had an under-9 player starting a trial period. As I said, really trying to focus back on the 100 days and getting some players signed, and obviously we were looking to focus a little bit on the older players as well, but this was something that we had put the foundations to last week, and they were invited in. I think we're building up a really good reputation with local clubs, pro clubs, and I'm in a very privileged position where I feel I've got a good reputation. So if I make a recommendation, then the player usually gets invited in. So I made a recommendation last week and the player got invited in straight away for his first session this week. So looking forward to having a little chat with his dad tomorrow, see how he got on, talk to the scout as well and get some progress back. I think it's important to build a good reputation, and for us, we always get players and parents who want to have their son recommended, but it's so important to make the recommendation to the right club for the right player at the right time. You don't want to dent their confidence. Different players are suited to different clubs. Everyone's ready at different points. So it's just kind of a thing where you need to let it happen naturally, and it will come if you are of the level, and different players develop at different rates. So don't force too much pressure to try and to get signed or to get into a club. I think you just got to let it happen naturally, and I think a lot of people do try and force it too much. But yeah, really good day, great start to the week, and brilliant news that we have had another player go in on trial at a professional club. So that was big news of the day. I'm going to continue this week and keep focusing on this 100-day challenge. So as always, guys, hope you've enjoyed the video, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow.